This is ABC 27 News at 11.
Don't fight the law. Tonight, why doing so could mean tough time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rex Hodge.
And I'm Lauren Elise. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. New tonight at 11, a brand new law sending a strong message to criminals and will hopefully keep the state's law enforcement officers safe. It promises that any criminal who fights back will receive a stiff sentence. Law enforcement officers are praising the legislation, especially those who have been dealt a blow firsthand.
As I went to turn to look for the cover, I was struck or hit with an unknown object.
Sheriff's Department veteran Kip Dozier remembers an attack that happened in 1993, just like it was yesterday. His attacker caused him a severe concussion and plastic surgery.
Later, I realized that I was injured, and as I was calling in for an ambulance, realized it was pretty severe.
Dozier's attack is what the state is hoping to stop by passing House Bill 409. It guarantees any criminal that attacks an officer time behind bars, not just parole or community service. The law goes beyond officers. It protects corrections officers, judges, and state attorneys.
The job of law enforcement officer is dangerous, to say the least. We run into resistance very often, and it's not always by being shot or run over by a car, such as.
The sheriff knows all too well. Years ago, he was involved in an attack that required 12 surgeries, including a cornea transplant. Campbell supports this law for himself and for his deputies.
We're not talking about the drunk in the bar that just once in a lifetime type thing. We're talking about the people that we deal with daily. They're going to know if you hit or hurt that officer, you're going to jail, period.
And that law goes into effect October the 1st. New bills are getting tough on those who break the law. Also, today, Governor Charlie Crist also signed into law a bill that increases penalties for online predators pretending to be younger than they are, in order, of course, to meet victims. Also signed today a bill that requires sexual offenders to have their status listed on their driver's licenses. A number will be listed on the license that alerts police that the person is a sexual offender. Florida's Attorney General says the legislation means stiffer penalties for offenders, and that means Florida is stepping up its efforts.
Our objective, and we've got new resources to go with this from the state of Florida, we will now take a 6-person cyber crimes unit in the state of Florida in the Attorney General's office and expand it over the next year to 56 and open offices all over Florida going undercover on the internet to prevent child predators from getting to our kids before they get there.
And under the law, flying to meet a child you meet on the internet would mean a 15-year penalty.
An ABC 27 update on a story we first brought you yesterday. An autopsy for a man found dead in his home yesterday is now complete. Tallahassee police report 69-year-old James Hogan died of a single gunshot wound. So far, there's no word on a suspect. Hogan's wife found him just after 4 o'clock Tuesday morning. He had been shot to death. The Hogans own the trailer where the murder happened, but they do not live there. A man accused of bilking banks and credit unions out of thousands of dollars across the Southeast is stopped in Tallahassee. Ivan Johnson is under arrest. The Leon County Sheriff's Office says Johnson used his own name but fake Social Security numbers to set up accounts with at least 24 financial institutions. At least 7 of them are in Tallahassee. A fraud coordinator at Envision Credit Union was first to notice this scheme with a background check.
Because of the number of different attempts to open accounts, that triggered some concern, so we did some further checking.
The Sheriff's Office would only identify the Commerce Credit Union and Envision Credit Union in this area because the investigation is ongoing. The people who have had their Social Security numbers stolen do not live in this area. A Walmart employee is in hot water for stealing more than $25,000 right out of the cash register. Tallahassee police report James Mitchell stole $20,000 in cash and another $5,000 in gift cards from the store. Walmart security recorded surveillance of Mitchell taking the money. Investigators searched Mitchell's home and found thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. Mitchell was a pharmacy technician at the store. He's charged with grand theft, money laundering, and an organized scheme. Well, I don't think Mother Nature was scheming this morning when she brought us those thunderstorms. We need the rain after all. Let's go ahead and check in with Chief Meteorologist Nancy Dignon and find out a little bit more about how the day shaped up. Nancy?
Been on the warm side this afternoon, and tonight we're watching a thin area of thunderstorm activity kind of crop down from the north. Will they hold together? That's the big question. I think once they cross over the state line, they'll probably fade pretty quickly. But we're going to turn up the heat over the next couple of days with temperatures warming into the mid-90s. Will it last through the weekend? Well, that answer will come up in a few minutes. Here's the radar watch as it goes into motion. You'll see a couple of heavier thunderstorms kind of pressing through the Camilla area, and now parts of Grady County crossing over into northern parts of Leon County. So some lucky folks may get a little bit of rain out of it, but that's about all we do see on the radar screen. So for the rest of tonight, we won't see really a whole lot in the way of shower activity. Looks like a drier forecast. We'll talk more about it coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Nancy, thank you very much. A brand new program is bringing big savings for some local residents. This week, Progress Energy kicked off its Neighborhood Energy Saver program in Taylor County. Progress teams go door to door surveying homes in low-income areas to see how energy efficient they are. They say it saves customers about $150 a year, but also helps the environment by saving important resources. And members of the Tucker household say they're really feeling the crunch from high energy bills. They let us in today as Progress crews tried to find ways to make their costs a little lighter. An energy audit found this family could save money with energy-saving light bulbs, air conditioning filters, and temperature gauges. Best of all, they received all those efficiency measures for free, something family members say is very important, especially for those struggling to make ends meet.
They surprised me, made me happy. I got happy, and I really appreciate them coming by saving energy for me.
There are at least 6 people living in the Tucker household, including several children. They often have to cut back on family outings just to catch up on their bills.
An ABC 27 update for you now. Deceptive college loan practices are forcing senators to call for a new law. As we first reported, some colleges and universities are under fire for giving top treatment to certain lenders in exchange for kickbacks. Now, senators are calling for a Student Loan Sunshine Act to safeguard families from deceptive practices. The law has already passed the House by a landslide and now awaits Senate approval before moving on to the president. Tallahassee Community College teachers are set to get a 4% raise, but that and the decision not to raise tuition is creating a budget shortfall. The college will be in the red about $650,000. But administrators say the 4% raise is important in order to keep quality faculty. In addition, students will not be charged an additional $3 per credit hour. Administrators say it keeps TCC affordable and also respects a pledge by Governor Christ not to raise tuition. The college maintains it can make slight cuts to make up that difference.
The vice presidents will get together. We will look at various areas in the college where we think that we can save money through economy of one way or another.
And the budget for the college for the 2007-2008 academic year is $59.3 million. Today marks the first day on the job for our new trustee over at Florida A&M. Governor Charlie Crist has appointed Solomon Chuck Badger III to the Board of Trustees. Solomon is a retired college administrator and a proud FAMU graduate. He also served in the military with the U.S. Air Force. Badger currently lives in Jacksonville. He succeeds W. George Allen. New tonight at 11, a Florida State research team has been awarded an $800,000 grant to train doctoral students to work with babies and toddlers with disabilities. The program Project Life will train graduate students to develop programs for these groups. The students will be trained to implement early intervention practices and policies proven to work in research. A lot of money and a lot of good things, I'm sure.
Money well spent, sounds like to me.
Absolutely.
Like
well, coming up, a good night's sleep, hopefully what you all get tonight. Could take a turn for the worse. We'll tell you what the government is doing to prevent your nighttime rest from going up in flames.
Plus, a 40-year-old teacher marries his 16-year-old student, but why the man didn't see any jail time.
The new Lincoln MKZ. Now its acclaimed interior has award-winning performance to match. Lease America's fastest-selling new luxury midsize sports sedan for just $299 a month. See your Lincoln dealer today.
It's a summer of extraordinary excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. Experience the world-renowned Blue Man Group in an all-new live stage show. Catch the acrobatics of the all-new Hydro Action Ski Show. And Universal 360, a Cinesphere spectacular.
Watch ABC 27 News at 5 to win tickets to Universal Orlando. One grand prize winner will also receive a Sharp Aquas HD TV and tickets to Blue Man Group. Enter at WTXL.tv.
It's all this summer at Universal Orlando.
There's a smart business that works for you, delivering the global marketplace to your door. We work for the environment. Partnering with trucks, each of our trains can take up to 280 trucks off the road. And we can move 1 ton of freight 423 miles on just 1 gallon of fuel. I'm talking about America's freight railroads. Freight Rail works. It works for America. It works for you.
No matter where you buy your gas, it can be a painful experience or a delightfully rare occurrence. It's all in the choice of car you drive. Honda, the most fuel-efficient auto company in America. It's a 2007 Honda Accord for $199 a month for well-qualified customers.
Good morning, good times, bring on the sunshine with Regis and Kelly. You're on your way, and out to find where the stars gonna play. With Regis and Kelly, yeah, your morning's made. One thing is clear, great days start here.
Great days start with America's #1 daytime talk show.
Live with Regis and Kelly. Weekdays at 9 on ABC 27.
The new Lincoln MKZ. Now its acclaimed interior has award-winning performance to match. Lease America's fastest-selling new luxury midsize sports sedan for just $299 a month. See your Lincoln dealer today.
Welcome back, everyone. Topping today's national headlines, President Bush vetoed a bill that provided for more federal money to do research with the cells of human embryos. The president said he acted out of respect for human life. Here's ABC's Maya Kulicki.
For the second time since taking office, President Bush has vetoed a bill that would expand government-funded stem cell research.
Last year, Congress passed a similar bill. I kept my promise by vetoing it. And today, I'm keeping my word again. I am vetoing the bill that Congress has sent.
The president offered an alternative. He is issuing an executive order promoting research using stem cells that are not harvested from embryos. Cells that come from amniotic fluid, skin, or embryos already declared dead. But critics say the executive order is flawed.
With no new money, no new doctors, no new research, you end up with no new breakthroughs and therefore no new hope.
They also charge that the president is politicizing science, but not listening to the will of the people. Support for stem cell research is at an all-time high. 68% of Americans are for it.
This is just one example of how the president puts ideology before science, politics before the needs of our families.
Supporters of the stem cell bill the president vetoed say they don't have the votes for a congressional override, but they promise to keep passing stem cell bills until one is signed into law. In Washington, Maya Kulicki, ABC News.
New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg spent the day defending his decision to resign from the Republican Party and saying he's not going to run for president. Bloomberg announced he was dropping his Republican ties yesterday to join the Independents. This decision has some speculating that Bloomberg is set to take on a presidential campaign. But Bloomberg insists he's not in the market for the top job at the White House, saying he's fully committed to completing his term as New York City mayor. And lawmakers on Capitol Hill spent part of the day discussing the increase in violent crime in the New Orleans area following Hurricane Katrina. One senator says the city needs help in becoming safer.
While our challenges remain large, the people of our city and region are fighting for their home, for the safety of our home. We plan to return, we are returning, and we need your continued help as we make the reforms and improvements necessary.
Landrieu said the city has the, quote, ominous distinction of the most murders per capita in the entire country.
The memorial for 9 firefighters who died during a blaze in Charleston, South Carolina continues to grow tonight. The men were killed when the roof of the Sofa Superstore collapsed Monday night. Fire investigators now say a flashover may be to blame. A flashover is a sudden expansion of flames during a fire. A crane was brought to the site today to remove the rest of the roof so investigators can safely examine the scene. The firemen rescued 2 store employees before the building collapsed. For the first time in 3 decades, the U.S. government is issuing new regulations on mattress safety. Judy Fortin tells us how the standards will protect consumers when they go into effect July the 1st.
Every year in the United States, a good night's sleep turns into a nightmare for hundreds of people killed or injured because of mattress fires. The government wants to reduce the numbers with new fire retardant safety standards.
These new mattresses can still catch on fire. What the new regulation does is give consumers extra time to get out of the room and to get help.
More than 30 years ago, standards were tightened to make mattresses more resistant to fires involving cigarettes and other smoking materials, and casualties fell dramatically. The new changes go one step further.
The new mattress flammability regulations provide additional protection against fires caused from small open flames like those caused from candles, matches, lighters.
The goal is to reduce casualties.
We hope that when this new regulation is fully implemented, we're looking at saving up to 270 lives per year and well over 1,000 injuries. That's a real significant contribution to safety.
For full protection, the CPSC warns consumers to buy not just a mattress that meets the new standards, but the box spring as well. I'm Judy Fortin.
A 40-year-old high school teacher and cross-country coach in North Carolina has resigned and married a 16-year-old student. Brent Wouche coached Wendy Hager at South Brunswick High School, where she recently finished her sophomore year. According to a marriage license, the two got married Monday. Her parents said they did all they could to keep the couple apart, but eventually reluctantly signed a consent form allowing their daughter to marry her former coach. The sheriff's office investigated the situation, but could not come up with enough evidence to file charges.
Airline passengers spent the day delayed thanks to a computer malfunction at United Airlines. It caused delays of up to 2 hours for inbound and outbound flights at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport, but managed to cause few problems for other airlines. You have reason to feel good flying the friendly skies if you're heading out of Tallahassee Regional Airport. For the 3rd straight year, the Federal Aviation Administration gave the Tallahassee Airport a passing grade for its certification inspection with no discrepancies. Each year, the FAA inspects every airport over a 3-day period. There you go.
Makes me just want to go on vacation.
And it's just down the road.
For more reasons than one.
We can leave right now and scoot out of here. But hey, you know, here we go.
Not
Summertime.
bad weather around here.
No, we're winding down spring. I mean, it's felt like
Tonight
summer
did,
for
right?
quite some time.
That
Tomorrow.
feels very odd to say that, but you know, technically it arrives tomorrow.
It does arrive tomorrow, but I think in time for the weekend, some really hot temperatures. Of course, we'll talk all about that when we come back.
Hi, this is Chris Kraft, and welcome to Kraft Nissan. Whether you're here to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will help find the car that's best for you. We call it Purchase Options. Kraft Nissan is one of the premier service and parts facilities in the Southeast. So you see, Kraft Nissan is not just about selling and servicing cars. It's about our family of 75 employees who work hard every day to give you a great sales and service experience. And remember, if you don't see the Kraft tag in your car, you paid too much.
Way too much!
What's nice about Geico is, doesn't matter whether you call them up or pop into the local office, you get low rates and great service either way. Although, if you want Geico's world-famous biscuits and gravy, you'll need to stop by the office, so... Of course they don't have biscuits and gravy. But if they did, I bet everyone would eat it.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey, you can't park there.
So I look down, and she's got this chihuahua in her purse. She takes the dog out, puts it on my lap, and then
puts it on your lap.
Oh, I watched Nightline last night.
Oh. Show off.
For a brighter take on the day.
I'm so fired.
Nightline, late night on ABC.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado, the only extended cab pickup with rear doors that can open 170 degrees. backed by the best coverage in America. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the all-new Chevy Silverado.
Get this 07 Silverado half-ton extended cab starting at $21,655 after total cash back. See your Southern Chevy dealers.
Escape to the Caribbean with me on Soap Cruise. Join me and 9 other top soap stars as we set sail to Key West and Kalika, Cancun from Miami on an interactive 4-day fun in the sun carnival cruise. There'll be plenty of activities planned with me and your other favorite stars from 6 shows, including All My Children and General Hospital. Now, only the guests of Soap Cruise will be able to participate in the exciting soap star parties and events. So you got to go online at soapcruise.com, register there online, and don't miss the fun. Check out Soap Cruise.
Storm Team Weather is brought to you by Turner's Fine Furniture.
Some early morning thunderstorms and temperatures on the mild side with the clouds kind of sticking around. But this afternoon, we broke away from that rain. Sunshine peeked on through. Temperatures warming up mostly into the low 80s, though low 90s. Some areas stayed into the 80s, like Valdosta, 85 degrees. Same temperature in Cross City, though Apalachicola managed 90 degrees. Right now, 78, partly cloudy in Tallahassee, 74% humidity. Winds have gone calm. The barometer right now climbing just a bit. Now, watch what happens when you see these satellite and radar pictures. You'll see that rotation. It's counterclockwise. That's low pressure. It's at the ground level, kind of moving off the Atlantic coastline. But in doing so, it's throwing back some moisture. And then there's this thin, ropey area of thunderstorm activity that's now pressing from around Lee County straight through southern parts of Grady County. Looks like it's going to hold together in northern parts of Leon County. So maybe the Clarence, Summerbrook, Ox Bottom areas, you will probably get a little bit of rain. That's where I think it's all going to begin to collapse. Also, a little bit of thunderstorm activity well to our south. In fact, mostly around the coastal areas of Dixie County. That's about all we have for you tonight. Not quite as noisy as it was last night, but things are quieting down across the eastern half of the country. A pretty solid area of thunderstorm activity from north to south, moving off the Atlantic coastline. On the backside, we're seeing some moisture kind of creep into the lower plain states. Also, we've seen the threat for some severe weather by way of those yellow boxes, but otherwise, not bad overall. Here's what it looks like on the weather map. Here's our cold front. It's not a very impressive one. In fact, all we're going to see is some drier air on the backside of it. You'll see it kind of sitting just about on top of us. Now, as it heads toward the east, it'll just slide on through and really change the wind direction. What that will do is to lower the humidity. So even though temperatures are expected to be downright hot over the next several days, I think it won't be too uncomfortable outside, though I don't think 93 degrees is actually pleasant overall, but not bad when you think about it that way. Meanwhile, high pressure takes over from east to west across the middle parts of the nation, so overall some pretty dry weather expected, especially for us as we head toward tomorrow. Humidity's a little bit lower, high pressure kind of sinking down toward the south. It looks like most of the thunderstorm activity will settle into central and southern areas of the Sunshine State. So on the Gulf Coast tomorrow, we'll look for northeasterly winds and a sea breeze kicking in. 4 to 12 knots. Seas are running about 2 to 3 feet. Smooth for the bays and inlets tonight. Leaving that chance of rain in the forecast. It's only 20%, but we have those thunderstorms kind of heading down from the north. 71, the overnight low temperature. Then tomorrow, the heat is on, the heat is up. In fact, your high temperature looks to be about 93 degrees. And yes, we will officially recognize a new season, summertime, about 2:06 in the afternoon hours. There's your 10% chance of a very widely scattered shower. So overall, some pretty dry conditions, and that kind of sets the stage for the weekend. In fact, temperatures 93 to 94 overall, morning lows into the low 70s. 20% isn't going to do very much, but we did get a little bit of rain early this morning. Some lucky folks will get a little bit more rain tonight, and then it looks like for the most part, off and on dry.
That makes it feel a little bit better, doesn't it?
It sure does. But not bad for mid-June, you know?
You know, honestly, my anniversary is on Tuesday, and I do remember the skies just opened up. So, yeah, it's usually a pretty psyche area.
Maybe a good anniversary.
I hope so.
We'll see. Thanks, Nancy. All right, Brad, what you got for us tonight?
A little baseball action. Major League variety, interleague play going on right now in the Major League Baseball. Up in Atlanta, it was basically a home run derby today. Balls flying out of Turner Field. But was that good news or bad news for Atlanta? I'll let you know in just a minute.
You won't believe how far our players will go without leaving the chair.
This hot seat does weird things here.
It's like out-of-body experience.
Don't move. The fun's all in one place. This week on Millionaire.
Weekdays at 10 on ABC 27.
Hey,
Hey there, I'm Brandon Byer. Coming up on Sunrise News, Jane Marks is here for family therapy, all you parents out there. And it made Dave's Day, it's National Flip-Flop Wearing Day. We'll see you right here at 5:30.
Chrome grille, 20-inch wheels, and other premium features without the premium price. Introducing the 2007 Chevy Tahoe Special Edition. Choose this 07 Tahoe and combine $1,300 option package savings with $2,000 total cash back for a value of $3,300. Quantities are limited. Get yours now.
See your Southern Chevy dealers.
Rise and shine, off you go, but you're moving too slow. Circle K's the way to jumpstart your day. Mullins fruit jelly donut, cappuccino too, super caffeinated coffee, hot and fresh brewed. Who puts the fast in breakfast every day? Yeah, Circle K.
Quincy's 777 at Victoryland congratulates its first $1 million winner, Cynthia Brown. You could be a winner too. Spin for your chance to win $1 million on June 18th, 19th, and 20th. Or win in the Quincy's 777 $20,000 hot cash giveaway June 21st and 22nd. Get your free tickets to win today. Visit often for more chances to win. Get details at Quincy777.com.
Come join us. You could be a winner too.
I-85, exit 22, Shorter, Alabama.
ABC 27 Sports is brought to you by Legacy Hyundai.
Hi, I'm Chuck Golden, General Manager at Legacy Hyundai. Need a new car but think you can't get approved? Bankruptcies, repossessions, slow credit? At Legacy Hyundai, we say yes. Yes, we can help. Even if you've been turned down before, we say yes. Legacy Hyundai can help you buy a new Hyundai that you can't afford. There are payments for only $199 per month and discounts up to $5,000. Plus, every vehicle from Hyundai comes with America's Best warranty. So get to Legacy Hyundai on West Tennessee Street. We'll say yes to your next new car loan.
The best of the best in the world of track and field are meeting this weekend in Indianapolis for the USA Outdoor Championships. Now, in that list, some athletes from the National Championship Florida State track team. Headlining the crew from Tallahassee will be Walter Dix, fresh off winning national titles in the 100 and 200. Dix is the most likely to have a chance to advance, which will be just another feather in the cap for the Seminole track program.
Real exciting time for us the next 2 years here with the USA's this year, Olympic trials next year, and you know, to stay in the public eye, not to win and be forgotten, to win and keep it going and have our stars be stars is really important.
Well, the Braves tried to improve their bullpen this afternoon by trading lefty McKay McBride to Detroit for Wilfredo Ledesma, which means they would be a little short-handed tonight as they finished off a 3-game set with Boston. Well, for Atlanta, it was another dismal night at the plate. The Braves were shut out by the Red Sox for the second night in a row and haven't scored now in 19 straight innings. J.D. Drew drove the 4th pitch of the game into the center field seats, and unfortunately, that was a sign of things to come for the Red Sox. They had 5 homers in all, and 10 of their 15 hits went for extra bases. Now, before the first was done, Coco Crisp hit a 3-run shot off Buddy Carlisle, and Boston was already up 5-0 before the Braves came to bat. David Ortiz kept up the barrage in the next inning with a 2-run shot, his second homer in as many days. Red Sox roll in this one, winning big 11-0. Well, John Garland and the White Sox hosting the Florida Marlins this afternoon. Hanley Ramirez lifts a fly ball up to left, but Jerry Owens coming on strong makes the nice diving catch for the Sox. Moving ahead to the top of the 8th, it's now 2-1 White Sox. Bobby Jinks, the closer, in on relief. The first batter he faces, though, is Jason Wood, and Wood crushes this pitch to left, out for a 3-run home run, his second home run of the season, 4-2 Marlins. Bottom of the 8th now, 4-3 Marlins. Juan Uribe batting with 2 outs, bases loaded. The little line drive, but Brett Carroll comes in, makes the great catch. Marlins go on to win this one 5-4. Devil Rays taking a trip off to the desert, taking down the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 3rd, runners on 2nd and 3rd for Chad Tracy. He gets around on James Shields' pitch, sends it over the wall and right, a 3-run shot. Tracy's 4th of the year, 3-0 Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 4th, still that same score, 2 men on for Eric Burns. Burns gets all of this Shields pitch, taking him into deep center field. Another 3-run shot, 6-0 Diamondbacks. Burns' 11th home run of the year. Diamondbacks go on to win this one 7-4. NASCAR's new car of tomorrow gets its first test on a road course this weekend as the Nextel circuit travels to Sonoma. Now, many drivers are very curious as to how this new car is going to handle when they have to make both right and left turns. Well, some drivers are hoping that changing the car will also change their luck on a road course.
I'm kind of looking forward to going to Sears Point, at least as much as I ever look forward to going there. You know, I'm looking forward to having something different, having some different cars, and we've never been able to, with me driving for some reason, figure out a road course cars very well. So I'm looking forward to trying something different and see how it turns out.
Should be interesting to see all the action coming up this weekend.
All right, we heard too that maybe it might be the Sprint Cup.
And a little bit of a change, since NXL and Sprint are basically the same company now. Just change the name, get that out there.
Causing more problems.
I can't figure it out. It's a cup. They're going after a cup.
Race.
It's racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, Brad. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Silverado, the only extended cab pickup with rear doors that can open 170 degrees. Backed by the best coverage in America. That's why it's the 2007 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. The all-new Chevy Silverado.
Get this 07 Silverado half-ton extended cab starting at $21,655 after total cash back. See your Southern Chevy dealers.
What's with her?
We shopped other stores for a bedroom. Can't even afford a bed.
She's going into overprice arrest. Follow me.
Honey, I wish you could see this. It's bold, yet sophisticated. Please, for her sake, tell me we can afford it.
It's the very room you want at a very room store price. She's gonna be just fine.
We put it all together and save you more. Room store.
With an exhilarating 258 horsepower VTEC engine, an intelligent performance-minded cockpit, double wishbone suspension, and true surround sound. All you need to do is get in. The TL from Acura.
Now you can lease a TL for $369 a month for well-qualified customers.
For the last time, our minutes don't expire. Whose minutes are these?
Mom, it's April. Those minutes are from September.
They still work.
Yeah, but they're from September.
They're rollover minutes. They're exactly the same. You know, there's some people who don't have any leftover minutes at all. You keep that in mind, mister.
Switch to AT&T's Family Talk, the only family plan with rollover. It's the fairest deal in wireless. Now get half off the latest Samsung phones, like the Sync for $24.99. Singular's name is now AT&T.
Bet you didn't know, Chevrolet has 7 cars that get over 30 miles to the gallon. And right now, when you buy one from Champion Chevrolet or University Chevrolet, you save big on the price and at the pump. We've dropped prices on every gas saver, some by as much as $3,000. 7 different Chevrolets get over 30 miles to the gallon, and we sell them for less. You don't have to give up comfort for fuel efficiency. Not when you buy from the people you know, like, and trust. Champion Chevrolet and University Chevrolet, an American revolution.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million,
Astronauts aboard the shuttle Atlantis woke up to some country music a little after 6 this morning, blasting over the speakers. If I had $1 million, the shuttle scheduled to land at Cape Canaveral tomorrow after a 10-day mission, weather permitting.
Absolutely.
Some storms in the area, so we'll see. Keep an eye on it.
If I had $1 million. Take care.
Gas over $3 a gallon. Not much you can do. But over 30 miles per gallon, there's a lot Legacy Toyota can do. That's right. Legacy Toyota has over 9 new Toyota models that get 30 miles per gallon or more. The Toyota Prius Hybrid gets up to 60 miles per gallon. That's right, 60. So what are you waiting for? Higher gas prices? Let your fuel savings help make your next payment. Plus, with no money down and no payments for 90 days, driving has never been more affordable. Legacy Toyota, Tallahassee's proven Toyota dealer.
Stop in and see us at Legacy Toyota. You'll drive away happy.
Republican Charlie Dean has served his country and his community for 40 years. Marine, teacher, cattleman, businessman. 16 years as Citrus County Sheriff patrolling our streets, keeping our families safe. 5 years as a Republican legislator working with Senator Arcinciano fighting phone rate increases, protecting our water resources, and working to bring down skyrocketing property insurance rates and taxes. Republican Charlie Dean, the neighbor we know, the maturity we can trust.
The Embark Yellow Pages, 3 ways to get the most complete local info anytime and anywhere you need it. The main directory, to find, say, a tuxedo anywhere in town. The Plus Book, the compact yet still complete companion book to perhaps find a smoothie on the go. Or the website with all the information right at your fingertips to find the nearest place to go when you spill your smoothie all over your new tux. Yellow Pages Plus and online. 3 ways to find anything you need. The Embark Yellow Pages, published by R.H. Donnelly, your local expert.
What dealer in Tallahassee can get you approved with just a job and $199 and give you at least $6,000 for any old trade?
Kia Autosport can.
What dealer in Tallahassee can give you the lowest price guaranteed on any new Kia?
Kia Autosport can.
Brand new Sportage SUVs loaded with auto and AC, just $199 down and $199 a month. And with just a job and $199, you could be approved today. Plus, get at least $6,000 for any old trade when other dealers say they can't.
Kia Autosport can.